Hello everyone. Today we will be explaining you about our Capstone project, which is stressless. So in the present scenario, employees in the corporate world are facing a lot of stress, and this is due to the fact of the work pressure and the workload in the organization. So the workplaces need a proper system to focus on their employees' mental health. But in the present scenario, the mental health has been taken care by the HR managers through some kind of assessments or some kind of talking, which is on personal level, which is a huge tedious task to do. So stressless brings you about how to manage the things effectively in an organization. Our aim is to monitor the mental health of employees automatically and analyze the data and give a weekly report to the HR manager so that she or he can perform different activities so that the employees are more happy and stress free. So the data will be generated not only employees wise but also departmental wise. Like a particular department will have a list of data, the list of employees who are facing stress and how much percentage of their employees are facing stress. So in a particular department, suppose the stress level is very high. So the HR manager should take further steps to reduce the stress level of that particular department by organizing some activities or making some moves towards cultural fest or something like that. Now, what is the relevance of this problem? Mental health is a growing concern in this today's world. So, we need to automate the process of observing the mental health of a person. For a company to gain its employee, it's a huge cost, and to hire a new employee, it's a bigger cost. So, the companies actually need this system so that they can maintain their employees effectively and they can see how their work culture is growing day by day. Right now, big companies like Amazon, Google, they care a lot about their working environment and they really want a good working environment. So to create that, we have to make the life of employees stress-free. Now comes our proposed solution. So in our proposed solution, in every big organization, some sort of Scrum meetings are held every day. So we will analyze the data through those Scrum meetings. So there will be a meeting room and a biometric will be attached outside the meeting room. As soon as the employees enter, it will record its ID and then the person can enter the room. After that, the person talks and a group discussion happens. So we will just segregate each of the other voices and store it in a database. Now we will perform sentiment analysis upon it and we will further see like how much stressed a person has been in one particular day. Now we will analyze this data for all over the week. Like we will see 7 meetings, like in those 7 meetings what is the behavior of a particular person, and then we will give an analyzed report to the HR. Now this will be a online website portal through which HR can log in and check the reports. Now we will also generate a departmental wise report which will be like from one department how many employees have faced stress and what is the percentage of each department facing stress. So that's how we're gonna solve this problem.
Talking about the implementation of stressless. Prior to joining the company, the employees are asked to submit a 5 to 10 minute audio recording of them reading a given article. This would be their unique voice sample and would be stored in the company's secure database. Now, this is how the system would work. There would be multiple mics around in the workplace that would gather voice samples from employees in real time. These audio samples in the form of WAV files would then be sent to the trained model that is active back in the company's private cloud. The model would then ID an employee's voice against samples collected in the first stage. The ID'd voice collected in real time would then be sent to the second algorithm that would analyze stress in a particular clip based on page analysis. Now, once the stress is evaluated, these results are then reflected in form of trends department-wise in a weekly report that is available only to the HR manager on his portal. He can log in to his portal using his credentials. Now, the reports reflect the general stress in employees individually and also in different departments in whole. The system basically consists of two major modules. The first one is the voice recognition module. So for this module, we have made use of speaker diarization approach, which is basically an RNN. And the approach is called UIS RNN. This is a completely supervised mode of learning, and the algorithm is capable of learning from examples when it is inputted time-stamped speaker labels. So, we achieved this by using the data set from LibriSpeech ASR corpus, and which provided us with GBs of clean audio clips for training and validation phases. Once the training phase has passed, the model was clearly able to distinguish between different speakers in real time by taking in live recordings via mic from an office, which are then transformed into vectors and then testing the samples against those present in the database on the servers, which was employee data collected in the first stage. The second model being stress analysis. So far we have live voice samples of employees. All we need now is to evaluate stress level in each of the sample from each employee. So for this, we are making use of voice-based sentiment analysis. And the approach was to build a CNN network for it and a fully connected dense layer network. So for this model also data is fed in form of wave files, where it is then extracted and it's plotted in form of spectrograms. The database used to train this architecture is RAVDET, and it contained around 7,000 to 8,000 speech-only audio files. After the training phase had passed, emotions are classified on the test data, that is the live audio feeds which are recorded in the workplace. And the classification that the model outputs is a binary one, so it is labeled either stressed or non-stressed. So this is how the stress analysis done and the complete chain of model is completed.